I mean, could we have started off the show any better? I'm late. Let's just get this thing started, Matt.
What is up, Defects? As you could see, we are all back. The Butcher 105 makes his triumphant return, and boy, do we have a show for you tonight. I like the stash, Jay, but I'm not going to start with you. All right, I'm going to start with my boy, Guy Forge down there on the bottom. What up, Guy Forge?
No, I'm not frozen. What's up, Defects? It was pretty good though for a second there.
I was like, "Fuck, come on, dude."
This is what's gonna happen now. No, we're good. We're good. Welcome back, Butch. Good to see your fucking fotch.
Good to be back.
You know what? I love the shirt, Jay. Love the shirt.
Come on, guys. It's a 101 official right there.
Beautiful shirt. Good to be back. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We got an awesome guest. I hope you guys are ready.
The Butcher 105. Back, a new man. He's rocking the 101. Couple new paintings on the wall. New setup. I don't know, dude. What is going on, bro? Good to have you back.
Good to be back, guys. I needed to clear my head. I needed to take care of some stuff. As you all know, the YouTube thing the comic book community thing gets a little congested from time to time. You guys all know I take breaks from time to time. And that's it. I'm back. New setup. I'll be rocking with us. We'll see how long. We'll see how long I last.
Don't you say that.
Out and walk away
this
again.
Is the last return of the Butcher 105.
The last return.
I'll tell
That's
you
it.
right now.
But I'm back. I'm here to have a good time. A lot of stuff to talk about. An amazing guest. A lot of news, man. I got to catch up on a lot. Last I heard, Spec was dead. I don't know about that. I don't know if it ever died. It might have took a nap, but I'm excited to get everything started, guys. I'm not going to come in here and talk shit. I just want to have fun and keep the ball rolling.
We'll see how long that lasts as the night goes on.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll take it for now. You know, Guy Forge really did a good job with the sponsors, but I feel like it just wasn't the same. So, the Butch, take us away, brother.
I forgot about the sponsor. First up, your presser's presser, my boy Erod 212 with Express Comic Book Pressing. Defects 10 gets you 10% off all your pressing and cleaning needs. Not only that, Erod will pass along his discount from CGC and CBCS, so hit him up for that 10% and tell him the Defects sent you. Next up, everybody's favorite Beaver, Mutant Beaver Comics, one of the world's largest online retailers for exclusive variants. Defects 10 gets you that 10% off. They ship worldwide. That's right, worldwide. Tell Pat and the B-Man the Defects sent you.
Like riding a motherfucking bike, dude. Like you never left. Like I never left, bro.
It's
Silky
like,
smooth,
like
bro.
you said, like riding a bike.
All right, guys. We have a lot to do tonight in a short period of time. We're probably going to forget stuff. We're probably going to rush through stuff. It's going to get fucked up. We're the Defects. So we have a giveaway tonight from King Khan. We have some thank yous to pass around. Guy, were you able to get that picture in there?
I was.
Okay, so we got something to show you guys that we're gonna be. Jay had an amazing idea. We're helping out members of the community, so we're gonna show off some of the things. I'm not gonna get too far into it. We'll talk about it later. And we're gonna talk about the DC stuff. A little bit of data. I got a little bit of data for you guys. But I think, what do you guys? Should we bring in our guest here? I think we made her wait long enough at this point, right?
It's enough. Make her sit in the back. I mean, that's a little rude. That's all I'm saying.
That is a little rude. All right, so you may know her from Torpedo Comics. You may know her as Lucifer. You've seen her on cutting promos on Shortbox. Maybe you've seen her in the cosplay community. But let's just bring her in. Lo, what's going on?
Wow. Introduction, thank you. I feel like I should have a wrestling.
I got the belt over here. You want it?
Yes.
There you go.
Does it fit?
Yeah, see that you're gonna have to wear it next time you come on with us. So, so a little bit of background, quick. I reached out to Lo and I said, hey, checked out your page. I think you'd be a good fit to come on the show. Would you like to come on and hang with us and chat comics? And her answer basically realized that I picked the right person to come on. She was like, I said, we could talk about whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. She's like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this all right, but she was like, I've been gaming since I was 6. I've been collecting since I was 14. I've been cosplaying since I'm 16. So we can talk about whatever the hell you want. And I was like, jackpot, we're good. This is what we needed. We're good to go. So, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? You don't have to go into great detail, but it's not like an AA meeting or anything. So you can, whatever you want to talk about. Just introduce yourself.
Addicted to comics, cosplay. Yeah, no, I nailed it in the intro already. I mean, quite some time. Mainly trades. I use too much. I actually didn't know much about. I started working for Torpedo, and can I swear?
Yeah, of course. Please.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, wow, like this, like thousands of dollars. Are you serious? I never really understood the value, but I understood the passion. Batman, growing up in indie comics. Of course, you have a lot of the video game adaptations, which for me, I love like the Tomb Raider comics. I think they're so for it all the time, but I don't care. Lara Croft is on. That's kind of what got me into comics, though. Was actually, of course, Batman.
Okay. A little delay on the internet,
Yeah,
but we're working through it.
I know.
We're working through it. It's all right. So I know because everybody jumps on us here on this channel in the chat. Like soon as there's like a small hitch in the internet, we get 1 million. People are like, fix the internet. So don't worry about it. We're gonna work through it. You can still hear you. We can still hear you. So Laura, you said Lara Croft. That kind of Tomb Raider kind of is what got you into Batman, and Lara Croft kind of got you into the whole. Okay. And is that your favorite? Is that your favorite cosplay, Lara Croft? Because I see a lot of that on your page.
Yeah. No. I don't mind because she's my. I think I've had better cosplay for her, so I wouldn't say.
Okay.
Gary's Amish.
Yeah, no. Gary has the Amish internet. Apparently, you and him share an internet line. That's what people are saying. So Gary's actually in the chat right there. Do you know Gary Comics? I don't know if you know him.
I do. I do know Gary. In fact, I just fought him today.
I think you just made his night. I got to be honest, because he's a fan.
He's definitely a fan.
He's a fan. So,
well.
How did you get started at Torpedo, though? Because I think a lot of people first saw you was kind of like on some of the promos and things with Torpedo. So how did you get hooked up with them?
So Will is my fiat Torpedo Comics, and I met actually my old boss, who it was a part of called Pop Gear. It's kind of like Top Culture, and I met everybody, I think in like Seattle, I want to say, and then John asked if I could work for him from there, pretty much.
Okay. Let's see. Jay always asks the cosplay question, so I have some written down here, but I don't want to steal his thunder. Because he usually gets into the cosplay stuff in the past. So Jay, you wanna jump in here?
Tell me about the mishaps and the slip ups and the slip outs.
Man, there's a lot of those. Like today is an Ivy cosplay, and tape because I could not get that thing to stay up. It's so
Guy has
bad.
that same problem.
So you do it at cons and stuff. You do it at cons and stuff as well. You go to cosplay to cons.
Yeah. So when I was with Torpedo, I was basically just stuff for them for quite some time, and like the entertainment. They let me cosplay and just like walk around the con and torpedo while also, doing fun things. But now that I'm actually no longer a torpedo, I'm now a freelancer, and I get to be like, and now I'm planning on just going to, so I don't have any other, things on that.
So just a mercenary, just straight mercenary cosplayer at the cons. I love it.
I like it. Mercenary cosplayer, Matt. Go ahead.
Mercenary cosplayer. Punisher.
There you go. Oh, see? Oh, now listen. You're pulling on Jay's heartstrings. You're pulling on Jay's. I mean, look what's behind him. I feel like she's setting you up, Jay. And Back to Chipotle says that your mic sounds like a '90s Taco Bell drive-through mic. So.
Oh man, pull over. We might give you a free ice cream, but wait, no, I just saw that comment.
All right, so we'll keep going. Actually, you know what? I want to show one thing. So I noticed we know Melinda's Comics here, and I know you guys did a little something together, and you were a cover model for a Pharaoh's Lounge comic. Is that correct? Do I have that right?
Yeah, I comic over there. One of the around, but that was pretty cool. Whoa, there. Yeah, that's my Loki. You want to call it? Because it's literally just horns and how much of that of a cosplay is it? But yeah.
I think that's enough for everybody here. I gotta be honest.
Cool.
I like that, the low key. That's good. That's good.
It was
I see what you did there. And
the
you
low key
you were signing them.
message we were trying.
And you were signing them, I see, right?
Yeah. So all of them are. If you actually go to melindascomics.com, I think available. Unfortunately, metal is all sold out, but so that's pretty cool.
And what'd you have to do for this? I mean, as far as being the cover model, like what did that entail?
Honestly, Melinda just reached out to me and was like, oh, yeah, that sounds cool. Person's wet dream, I feel like. To be honest, she's like, yeah, just send me a photo, get it on the cover, and we'll get it done for you. And I was like, that's it. I mean, and then she showed up in Vegas. That was it.
Okay, there you go.
Super, yeah.
I like it. So I have more questions, but let's get into a little bit of DC stuff. Okay, so whatever
Yes.
anytime you want to jump in, you're part of the crew tonight. So don't feel like you got to wait to be called on. Just jump in with whatever you want to talk about. And we're just going to go through some stuff, all right? Yeah. I thought you were going to take the lead on this. That's what we talked about, right?
Yeah, the show. I got this.
You're good. All right, so Jay, Guy, Low. Ton of news from DC about a week ago, a little over a week ago now, right? James Gunn just basically dropped like half of his plan for the next couple of years. And that was on Very Gary's predictions that was going to happen in 2023. And he actually predicted a few of the announcements that he was going to drop that he predicted came true. So let's give a quick shout out to Very Gary for number one, getting those right. And number two, filling in for Jay a bunch of shows to kind of get us over the hump there while Jay was out on leave. All right, so appreciate you, Gary. I see you in the chat. So thanks for everything you did for us and getting us through that. And good job on the predictions. So I'm gonna run through. We're not gonna get into super in depth, but the thumbnail said is Spec alive? Like, was it dead? Was it sleeping? Like Jay said. So we're gonna go through some of the announcements, and I got a little blurb of sales data for some of them to kind of show has this piqued people's interest again to start buying these books. All right. So let's keep it going. Let's see what we got. All right, it's right off the bat. Animated TV series Creature Commandos. Okay, not something I had ever really heard of before. Jay, Guy, Lo, have you heard of this IP before the announcement?
Nope.
Not this particular team. They've done stuff similar and like what like
Yeah. So definitely never heard of this property. So vampires, werewolves, zombies is essentially what this equates to. And James Gunn goes on to say, animation will lead into live action and will lead back into animation again, noting that any projects that's animated could also get a live action version and vice versa. The confirmed characters include Weasel from the Suicide Squad, who's played by Sean Gunn, we know James Gunn's brother, as well as Rick Flag Sr., with Gunn revealing that they're casting the voice actors to also play the same characters in live action down the road. James Gunn wrote all 7 episodes of this himself. So this is like pretty much done and written, and they're starting production on this already. Very interesting. So I told you there'd be a little bit of sales data. So there will be a test at the end, so make sure you have pen and paper out. So Weird War Tales number 93, cover dated November 1980, 65 graded copies on the CGC census. So that's not a lot. So this is clearly not a popular book. A 9.8 graded copy sold for $650 on eBay recently. That's up 7% from the last sale in July of 2022. However, it's also down from the peak of 700 in 2022. So this data is not showing us a lot because there's not a lot out there, and it didn't really, while it jumped, it's still not near the high. Yeah, that's exactly that universe. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's like DC's Howling Commandos. So this isn't something I'm like super excited for, but it's something I'll probably end up watching. I'm not a huge animation guy. I know Jay, Guy, you guys are a little bit more into the animation. So is this something that you're gonna catch when it comes out, or what?
I mean, DC's animation is awesome, dude. Their animation has been better than their movies. Like, all the DC animated movies come out and they're absolutely fire. I don't know if Gunn is gonna change anything with that. If it's not broken, why fix it? But I like this obscure stuff, man, because no one really knows about it, and there's nothing to really compare it to and judge on. You know what I mean? So I like it, man. I think it'll be pretty cool. I like how he said the animation's going to mix in with the live action and vice versa. So, listen, I'm going to watch it. I'm excited for it. It got to be better than the stuff Marvel's putting out right now.
And they just canceled your favorite animated show, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Everything I love gets canceled, dude. Everything. I got the book.
What got canceled?
That's it.
You like?
What didn't
Titans.
get canceled?
I said animated, but
yeah, no,
that's
Titans got
it. Yeah.
Titans my favorite DC show. It's live action, but that just got canceled. But that's my favorite. That and The Boys are neck and neck for my favorite live action comic book shows.
So you made an interesting point about a little known. It's like a very low key, a very not known property. And James Gunn did something great in Marvel with that in Guardians of the Galaxy. And we saw where that kind of went. So when you take something that not a lot of people are going to care kind of how you adapt it, sometimes you can get something great like we saw with the first Guardians of the Galaxy. So, maybe there will be high hopes.
And just like Paperweight says with Peacemaker wasn't that, it wasn't a huge popular character, so there wasn't nothing to compare it to. As of Marvel, you compared Moon Knight and Loki and Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier and all that stuff. So when you bring something that's different and obscure, I think you get a fresh start with it, and that's what he's been doing, right? He did it with Guardians. Everybody thought Guardians would flop, and it's probably my favorite Marvel movie ever. Guardians 1 at least.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see, man. I just hope James Gunn and Marvel both, like, everything has to be connected. I don't like that. I just want to, like, you could have a single movie and have stuff outside the universe that doesn't all mesh together once in a while. That's cool, man. Marvel meshes everything together, and everything seems to get lost in translation. So standalone movies are good, man. I hope he does some standalone movies.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because he has a quote about that later on, so we'll get there. And Lo, I'm gonna need that. The woman in the middle, I'm gonna need that cosplay next time you're on. All right. I don't know what that is, but
I already
need the green
have
hair.
literally that color.
There you go. That could be, that could be for like
Just for you.
2024 when it comes out. Oh, just for me? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's keep going.
No, I'm
Let's
excited
keep
for
going.
this one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see. Guy doesn't talk when we do horror-related stories, right? He hates monsters. He hates horror. Hates vampires. So sometimes he turns the camera off when we do it. He's just not a fan. He's just not a fan. If you know the show, I mean, I know you're new to the show, but he does not. That's why he hasn't said anything yet, because we were talking horror, okay? You're off our list, Guy. Obviously, you're off our list.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right. Viola Davis is one of the characters that will reprise her role in James Gunn DCU. All right. I feel like she just never goes away. She's just been there the whole time. So Amanda Waller TV series, obviously going to focus on her character. Not a lot to say about the show other than that. A little bit of sales data. Legends #1 from October of 1986. 646 copies on the census. 13 graded copies have sold since the announcement. All right, so the highest sale was a 9.8 going for about $185 in February. That's about 30% more than the average prior to the announcement. It was around $130. And it is higher than the low of 2022, which was $76. So it's like almost double that. Actually, it's more than double that. So this book took a big jump, even though it's a character that is already in the movies. Right. This book doubled since August. I think that's a pretty significant jump. But clearly, it's not a super expensive book, so you're going from $76 to $185. But still, if you look at it percentage wise, you're up almost 150%. So
That's not bad.
a little bit. Not bad, right? Not bad. Like if you're looking to see, where the comic book market is, starting to see some positive. We're starting to see some positives from DC.
Right.
All right, let's keep going because there's
She's
a
a great
lot. There's a
character,
lot here.
though, so.
She is a good. I do enjoy her character, and that's why I think that's why they're keeping her on, while they're axing a lot of these other people.
I have like a lot of hate for a character that.
Say that again.
Like if a character really pisses me off, or their morals are like just off or something, I hate them. That means that they're doing good. You know
What?
Like
That's a good way to look at it. It's like the characters you love to hate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Superman, what is it? Superman Legacy, I think it's called. Basically a reboot of Superman. We're not showing sales data here clearly, but James Gunn, a couple quotes here, so I'm just going to read them verbatim. Saffron. This is really the start of the DCU. Even though there's some properties before this, Saffron is saying that this movie will be the start of the DCU. It's currently being written by James, and I sincerely hope that he can persuade perhaps to direct it as well, Saffron said. It is not an origin story. It focuses on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage and his human upbringing. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. Tentative release date of July 11th, 2025. So basically, Henry Cavill's out. We're getting a new Superman. Obviously, they're saying a younger Superman. Me and Guy talked about this already. Jay, we didn't really get your Jimmy G. Jimmy G strikes again. He's giving us a new Superman. Jay, what's your thoughts on a new Superman, a reboot, not an origin, just a completely different, younger version? Cavill's out.
I like it, man. I like that they're not giving the origin because how many origins of Superman? How many origins of Batman? Everybody knows the storyline. So why not just jump into it? Because that takes away so much, right? Even if you use 15 minutes to go back, that's still 15 minutes less of a brand new story. So I like it moving forward. A recast. I like Cavill as Superman. I like him as The Witcher. I think he's a good actor, but I guess Gunn says he's out, so he's out. So right, can't cry over spilt milk. Move forward. A nice new guy coming in, maybe plays the part. I'm sure Gunn has a vision, so I'm with it. I'll give it a try, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a big Superman. He's way too wholesome for me, but definitely.
Yeah,
give
you
it a
can't
watch.
like Punisher and Superman. That
Nah,
can't be
yeah,
your balance.
nah.
You know what I mean?
Way too wholesome.
What do you think, Lau? Did you were you a Superman Cavill fan? Does this not bother you as much, or is it just kind of like you're looking to see what James Gunn has got in store here?
You know, I have full faith in James Gunn. Superman fan. Myself, a huge Henry Cavill fan. So I really had no him. And in my opinion, I understand that it probably has a lot to do with like the creative. Cavill had like a better script or better direction. I don't know. I had no emotional attachment James Gunn can do.
Wow. Just the guy, you and Guy couldn't be farther apart. There's no love for the Cavill Superman. Just basically like get rid of him. Let's show me what you got next. That's all right. That's okay.
I mean, okay, no,
okay.
You're right. I don't have love if I know love, but at the same time, it's one of those things. They did recast him, and it is. I think it could have been better. So I would have given him another but it's not as.
I got you, Guy. I mean, you okay, buddy?
I'm good.
I feel like you guys will be friends towards the end of the show, though. I mean, you guys are going to click on something. I know it. I feel it. One of the things Gary called was... What's that, Lo? One of the things that Gary predicted for 2023 is that James Gunn would announce a Hal Jordan Green Lantern series or movies. And he hit that one right on the head. It was a lot sooner than I think he thought it would happen, but... Saffron teases it's a huge HBO quality TV event. It's already in development, and our vision for this is very much in the vein of True Detective from HBO, which was really good. It's going to be Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart. And as far as the sales data, no sales data on that Showcase 22. Okay, but we did see some sales of the Green Lantern, 87 for Jon Stewart. 3 copies have sold since the announcement. The highest being an 8.5 going for $995 on January 31st. Nowhere near the peak of $1,600. However, it is a huge jump from the $660 price from 2 sales earlier in January of this year prior to the announcement. So obviously we're at $1,600 during the craze of the boom in 2021. Dropped all the way down to $600 in January. And it jumped back up to $995 right after the announcement. So people are clearly excited about a Green Lantern series involving Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. So I'm not a huge Green Lantern fan, so I don't have a ton to say about this. I see Lo at the bottom clapping, so I think she's excited about this.
It's one of the first appearances of comics. I don't have yet to grab it. I don't know why I don't have it. I mean, I have Stewart's. I just can't seem to grab it in the right time.
That's a big book, though. So it's not like it's something you could grab all the time, right? I mean, that's not like that's a grab. So it's, Is that going to be on the list now? I mean, I feel like you're late to the party. Now everyone's going to be trying to buy it.
Yeah, might as well wait, I'm on a lot of other things lately, like cosplay and manga. I have to just sit this one out this time.
There you go. Jay, you have this? You have a Showcase?
I don't. I'll tell you what. I like the Jeff Johns run for Green Lantern. It's probably the only books. I have a couple of books. I have Kyle Rayner. I have a couple of Green Lantern keys. Nothing major. Not his first appearance. Not Jon Stewart's. But Jeff Johns run, man. They got to do this. This is gonna be a TV show, right? Not a movie.
TV series, yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would do this like Star Wars. I seen Ewok in the chat say that it's gonna be on Earth. I think if they did this a comic show, cosmic show, I think that would be great. Like kind of like a Star Wars Mandalorian feel, but Green Lantern. There's so many characters they could bring in. There's so many lanterns. There's so many villains they could bring in. I think it could be good. I like that it's a show because, you know, you have no time restraints on seasons and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited for DC, man. DC, they're a little late to the party, but I think they're going to do better than Marvel, man, when it comes to TV. They already do it with animation like we talked about, and hopefully Gunn takes them over that hump. Because as much of a Marvel fan as I am, DC storylines were always better, to me at least. So a little bit darker, a little bit grittier, so I like that.
Okay. This is, what is this? The Authority? Yeah, The Authority. So I think Jay's gonna. I think this is right up Jay's alley because James Gunn says this is an anti-hero movie with no good guy versus bad guy theme. So it's not. He's like, I don't want to. It doesn't always have to be good versus bad and save the day. So he said this is like kind of like The Boys ish without kind of the good versus bad. So you're going to get the anti-heroes that kind of just deal with things in a different way than you might be used to, but nobody really going up against them, right? That's kind of the way he explains it. So let's see. So this could be, again, not a property I'm super familiar with, but again, that could be a good thing. We talked about that earlier. A little bit of sales data. So you got Jenny Sparks, Rose Tattoo, and Jack Harksmore made their first appearance in Stormwatch number 37. While Apollo and Midnighter made their first appearance in Stormwatch number 4. Okay, they made their first team appearance in The Authority number 1 from 1999 DC Wildstorm. So for Stormwatch number 4, there's 144 graded copies. 6 of those copies have sold since the announcement. 298s have sold. The first being $480, the second being $500, and then the following day, $600. So this book has just really jumped quickly. And those are all highs. They were selling for $300 prior to that. So it's literally doubled in the 3 days after the announcement. Let's see. The Authority number 1, a 9/8 sold on the 31st for $550. And the previous sale for that, prior to that sale, was in September of last year for $125. So that jumped like 300+%. Yeah, so big jumps. Good. I mean, again, it's a good jump. It's a little known property, but clearly people have clearly shied away from speculation in the past few months because that high and low, people got caught holding the bag on a lot of books. And I feel like when people get excited again, something like this, they're going to go back out on a limb and pay $550 for this book when it was selling for $125. So I don't know if that's smart, stupid, I don't know, but it's, again, we're just reading the data and kind of presenting it to you guys, and then you guys can make a determination. Are people excited again? All right, is this going to change things for all of comic books, or is this kind of just like a blip on the radar? I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see on that. You know anything about The Authority, Jay, Guy, Lo? I've never heard of them.
Nah, definitely a book you could still find in back bins, though, man. Like, how popular was this book? If you go to any flea market, comic shop that doesn't have fucking key collector app, I'm sure you could pull this out of a back bin, and you got yourself a cool book, man. Would I drop $500 on it? Absolutely not. Why buy it at its all-time high at the news? Listen, if it's a good series, maybe I'll get the omnibus or something like that, but definitely wouldn't spend $500 on this. It's only gonna come down. But listen, anti-villain show. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. The show's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. The book itself is, no books, so it's gonna be a lot darker too. I think it's gonna be very closely a team that basically says it's my and then by the government, and then they're now doing their own thing and is the right way. So I think it's going to be really good.
There you go.
Okay. So I like that. Dark series. Again, that kind of sounds a little bit like The Boys, which I think universally liked. So I like that. Jay, you were just saying
I do sign language. I'm sorry.
So this is the kind of a prequel to Wonder Woman. Okay. Paradise Lost, I think it's called. Going to be a Game of Thrones-ish type story from Themyscira. I don't know how to say that right. Paradise Island, the home of the Amazons, and is also the birthplace of Wonder Woman. There's not a lot of details about this, but it sounds like this could be really good. If they get back to the roots where they were with Wonder Woman #1, great. If they go along the route of Wonder Woman #2, that's going to be a hard sell for a lot of people. What do you guys think? Anybody a fan? Not a fan? Move on? What?
Dude, I thought Wonder Woman 2, the first 10 minutes were awesome, and then I was just like, what the fuck happened, dude? They cut to the mall scene, and I was like, oh no. But listen, if they go back to the roots where, I think it'll be to call it Game of Thrones-ish, that's a big step for me. But if they're going in that direction, I like it, man. I like it. I like Wonder Woman. We'll see, I guess.
They're saying that for the cosplay alone, low.
Hear me okay? Is my
That's way
audio?
worse.
Is my audio? I'm so sorry. It's not
That's worse.
dial up or whatever. Okay, hold on.
All right, well, Low figures that out.
Lo sounds like she's been smoking for years and got one of them things you hold up to her neck.
That was a really accurate description.
Now you
Jay.
now you're crystal clear.
They're saying, Lo, everybody's saying for the cosplay alone, you have to like this because I feel like there's going to be a lot coming out of this.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, perfect.
Wait.
Oh.
We lost you again.
Oh, damn. Hold on.
We got you, but it's like a delay, right? I could hear it. Can you guys hear?
I could hear.
I don't want the delay.
She's trying out for a old Godzilla film.
Dude, it's so bad. I have 3 different mics and none of them are working.
It's a defect show.
Tron took over her mic.
Yeah, that is true. That is
All right, how about now?
It's good. I mean, it's there. It's cutting in and out a little bit, so we'll just do the best we can right now.
Oh man, yeah, no. Yeah, what was the...
Paradise Lost. Little prequel to Wonder
So,
Woman.
this one, I don't... I mean, it could be good if it's gonna be said, but... 56, guys, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best.
That's all right. That's all right. All right. What do we got here? Brave and the Bold. This was a pretty cool announcement, and this has got to be the hottest books going, right? From all this news, the Damian Wayne stuff. So it's going to be based on Grant Morrison's Batman, Jay. Introduced DCU Batman and the Batman family, which will exist separate from Pattinson's Batman in the Reeves films. That's going to fall under the Elseworlds category outside of continuity. Let's see. Like we said, Damian Wayne is going to introduce. So I know there's a couple books for Damian Wayne, but Batman 656, 41 graded copies have sold since the announcement, which had dropped to $100 for a 9.8 in September. Okay. They're selling for over 300 now. It peaked out in 2021 at 300. So we're right back to the peak of this book with this little bit of news. I think that's not too much of a surprise because this is a character that people want to see and people were anticipating. So that little bit of news brought it right back to the high of 2021. So, Jay, did you read the Morrison stuff?
No, I will tell you. I read the Snyder and Capullo, which is one of my favorite series of all time. I have to get on the Grant stuff because Damian Wayne, so many people in the community, from what I've seen on Instagram and social media, love this character. I don't know enough about Damian Wayne to talk about him, but he has a huge following, and I don't think this is a surprise to anybody in the comic book community because people have been talking about this character and grabbing 656 and 657 for years now, dude. So kudos to everybody that grabbed it when it was a $4 or $5 book that you could still find in back bins. And I'm excited for it. Listen, it's taking Batman in a different direction. Right now, he got a kid.
Yep.
I can't wait to see the background of that, how that comes to be. If it's going to be comic book accurate, if Gunn's just going to do his own thing, but it is what it is, right? I'd rather see Red Hood in a movie, to be honest.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I mean? I'm more of a fan of Red Hood, but we're getting Damian Wayne, and he has a vision, and he's going with it, so I'll rock with it, man. He looks like a badass kid.
Paul, did you, Paul, back at you, Paulie. Guys, your missus standing on the other side of the screen. Blink twice if you're in danger.
Yeah, I blinked for him. I did.
Chinmo in the house, Ugly Ewok, Ace Supreme Love, Universe X. What is going on, guys? Appreciate you all. Hit that thumbs up if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. I just realized we stopped saying hit the notification bell. You got to hit that bell. For whatever reason, it helps. I don't know what it is, but YouTube likes when you hit the notification bell. Yeah, a lot of people passed on the Damian Wayne books when they were cheap, right? I think we're all kind of guilty of that.
But how many
Whoa, how we doing there?
How many Batmans do we need?
How many Batman do we need, guy? That is a good question. That is probably the most valid question of the night.
How many Batmans are you gonna have?
I know,
now? Like at one time.
Go ahead, love.
Oh, Damian Wayne was, I mean, a really good 666. I really liked that take. What Batman really is, but.
I think it fits right into it clearly fits into what James Gunn's trying to do. Like, you could kind of, as you're piecing, like, reading all these things, you kind of piece it together and clearly see, all right, his vision is definitely different than what we've seen in the past. So, I like it. Booster Gold. I mean, people have been buying this book. People have been talking about Booster Gold for a while now. Yeah, there you go, Lo. TV. So this is gonna be a TV series. A ton of these books is sold as well. 56 of these 56 graded copies of this have sold since the announcement. There's over 1,800 copies on the census. So 9/8. Okay, 9/8 in February. So this month have sold for $750 and $725. It was averaging about $490 prior to the announcement. However, this did sell for $1,000 back in 2021. It was signed though. Okay, so signed. I'm not sure exactly who it was signed by. Also, we were in the peak. There was some Booster Gold news back during the peak as well. So but we went from $490 back to $750. That's a significant jump as well. People love them some Booster Gold for sure. So they've been talking about this series for a while, and now we finally get it. James Gunn gives it to us. Lowe's clearly a fan. She was doing a little dance before. And,
okay, so I mean, I'm not everything about Booster Gold, but that they're taking characters that not a lot of people know. Movie. He's definitely going to be like the guy. I feel like because he basically is someone, he time travels back in time, save the world. I don't know exactly what he does, but I think it's kind of cool to see James Gunn's take on it.
I think that's like the theme.
If you can
right?
hear
like
me at all.
No, we can't hear you. Like, it's good. Like, you have a good take. Like, I'm hearing most of it, so I'm hoping everybody else is hearing most of it too. And I think, like you just said, like, that is literally the theme. He's trying to take these lesser known characters to build good stories that maybe not a lot of people will be upset if he veers off course a little bit. Build a good following, build some faith back up in DC before you get to some of the big guns, right? And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing here are lesser known characters, and that's where James Gunn seems to shine. So why not lead off with your best lineup? And I think that's what he's going to do, and then he's going to start working in the Batmans and the Supermans and shit like that. So
maybe Booster Gold can time travel and bring
and what time travel and what?
Bring me a better Mike.
That is possible.
Says,
That is
Can she
possible.
time travel to whatever?
Gary will
Mike
buy you one from the proceeds of his next whatnot sale.
So, Supergirl. No sales out of here, clearly, but in our... Gunn says, in our DC, we see the difference between Superman, who is sent to Earth and raised by loving parents from the time he was an infant, versus Supergirl, who was raised on a rock chipped off of Krypton and watched everyone around her die and be killed in terrible ways for the first 14 years of her life. It follows the Tom King run. And it will be a space journey kind of thing, where Supergirl is seeking revenge. This will not be it will not be a continuation of the TV series, thank God. So again, a dark tone, and they're trying to set up that stark difference between her and Superman, which I think is very important, because you don't want to just keep repeating and rinsing the same characters and the same storylines over and over and over again. So hopefully he does this right, because the TV series was not good.
No.
All right, everyone's been asking for it, so I'm just going to skip to it. Swamp Thing, okay? Yes, I think everyone's excited about this. Lowe's excited. Jay's excited. I know he's a big Superman. I know he's got the big-ass Omni on his shelf. Gary talked about this during his predictions, Guy. This was another one that he got right. Right, Guy? During our show, didn't Gary said Green Lantern and Swamp Thing?
Gary was on fire. You can't stop that ginger-haired angel.
You can only hope to contain him.
So here's what, and this is, Jay said this earlier in the show, and it was I knew it was somewhere in here, but James Gunn had a quote, and he says, these stories, although they're interconnected, they're not all tonally the same. So each set of filmmakers will bring their own aesthetic to these films, and the fun will be seeing how these tonal differences work and mash up somewhere down the road. The film's going to investigate the dark origins of Swamp Thing. So expect a lot of horror, a lot of dark tones. This is what people wanted to see. Hopefully that's what we get. They could say all they want, but until we see something, I'm going to hold out judgment, because they're whispering a lot of sweet nothings into our ear right now. Everything that we are hoping for, they're telling us, but will they actually give us all these dark versions of the characters and origins that they're promising? I really hope they do, because if you promise it and you don't deliver, that's almost worse than just telling us from the beginning that it's going to be shitty. So
I had a conversation with UniX today about Swamp Thing, right? Great character. Matt, myself, Guy, 80s babies. The original Swamp Thing movie and TV show were absolutely awesome. If James Gunn takes the blueprint from that Alan Moore, Bernie Wrightson series, I think this will be dope, dude. I think Swamp Thing is such a sick character, like him way better than Man Thing, and I think this is gonna be good, man. I think Swamp Thing, I'm most looking forward to this. I can't lie. Swamp Thing is dope.
a fan, Lo. I know you're a fan. I could see that from the little dances you're doing. So tell me about it.
Well, I mean, I just really like anything with baking. Has always been a fan of mine and all that goodness.
Swamp Thing's been a fan of yours?
Yeah,
I know. I mean, he told me.
No, but I'm a huge horror fan, so anything with a little bit I'm into. So give me some Swamp Thing.
Okay. So, while I said we're not going to talk about sales data, House of Secrets 92. Like, obviously, we're not going to start. There's not going to be I don't even know if there's been any sales since then. But clearly, there's going to be a book that people are on the lookout for. People are always on the lookout for this book, no matter what. Super chat guy Forge from Former Trout. What's he saying?
Former Trout coming in said, "Great to see the butcher back, even with the porn stash. Low can hang out on the bottom of my screen anytime. Wow." And guy bringing the spicy meatballs as always. It's Defects Monday, baby. Thank you, Former Trout.
That's our boy from the north, from Canada. Hey, appreciate you, dude. Now I wanted to bring up one of the.
Jay, like,
go ahead.
The giant. No, does it? Someone said, but what about the giant size man thing?
Oh yeah, no, no, not me.
Are you sure?
You don't swing that way. You don't swing that way. maybe back in like the 2000s after a long night out. A couple of those lines you were talking about earlier. Anyway, we were talking about movies and speculation and what it could do, and Lo said she's a gamer, so I wanted to bring up a series that I just started watching that Gary's been telling me to keep watching, The Last of Us. I know Jay hasn't watched it yet. I'm pretty sure Guy hasn't watched it because he probably saw the preview and was like, fuck no, I ain't watching that. Lo, did you play the video game? Are you watching the series Last of Us?
For which one again?
The Last of Us?
Oh, I played the game. Yeah, I played the game. Playing the game again right now, actually. I'll go back and compare. But I see you say The Last of Us is trash. I have to agree. I think it's incredible. I think every episode, whether it's, due to excitement or episode 3, I think it was, with the guy's name from Parks and Rec.
I don't know.
Nick?
I didn't see
Is it
3
Nick?
yet. I didn't see 3 yet.
Offer. Oh, you have it? Okay.
No, I only saw
then
up to 2. Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
no spoil. I think that episode was really good, even though characters. Nick Offerman, thank you so much. But yeah, I think everything was really good. Oh, guys, my mic is so bad.
They
Like,
said it can't
what is going
on? So I was having this conversation with Garrett the other day, and I said, I wonder what this book is doing, because people are really digging the show. People, like you said, Lo said she's playing the video game again. I see so many people on PSN when I turn it on are playing that game again. So the last sale for this book was the highest it's been, and that was after the show came out. The show was out for 3 weeks, and the last sale was like a week ago. It's the highest it ever was. And what is it saying now? Your mic is as bad as the last.
As bad as The Last of Us.
Well, the overall consensus is most people are digging it. And clearly this book this book was just nothing. I mean, you see the flat curve, and then the announcement, the trailer, and then the show. We saw a lot of the MCU properties. When the show actually dropped, the books just kind of fucking plummeted. This actually produced a top sale. So, there's some stuff out there with the DC stuff and The Last of Us that's kind of showing that people are kind of trusting the market a little bit again. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think it's a good sign. I think the DC stuff, the books, are a good sign that maybe the market is feeling good again about a little speculation and excitement, because that's really all it is, right? That's all that really drives the speculation, is how excited about the shit that people are. People want to watch it, or people are like, I got to buy this book right now, so I'm going to pay top dollar because I'm excited about it, right? So it's good to see these numbers. I
saw a run of those books the other night go on a certain auction. I'm not going to say where, but like for a bunch of money, man. I mean, raw books, like high triple digits. Like,
what was it, like 1 through 4 or something?
Yeah,
I'm excited, man. I think video game comic books should get the respect that Last of Us is getting, dude. I'm excited for God of War to come out, and I know I should have bought those books a long time ago, not for an investment purpose, but just because I'm a fan. And kudos to Matt, who just got a platinum trophy in God of War, and I'm right behind you, dude. So, so yeah, man, I'm excited. I love video games. I think that the biggest price jump came from when Miles was in the first Sony game, and his book skyrocketed from that. And yeah, there was a little movie spec in there, but that's what that Spider-Man game on PS5 is what bolstered Miles through the roof. So
yep.
I love video games. I'm excited. I got it. Once Game of Thrones ended, I canceled my HBO subscription, but I guess I got to get it back to watch Last of Us.
Oh, the dragons?
Wait,
the dragon show?
Yep.
You have of us?
What was that?
You haven't even watched The Last of Us. Oh, so good. Good. 10
I played the game.
out of 10 every
I haven't watched. Except 3, right?
You're gonna love it,
Everyone's
Ben.
saying episode 3 is a little.
I think episode 3 was fantastic. It definitely, of course, and it's not. It doesn't really have anything with the main characters, but it does have a big part that is not only mentioned with Bill in the game that you find in the game as well. So I don't know. I think
the game. Oh, I'm sorry. The first game was probably one of my favorite games. Definitely top 5 favorite games of mine.
Yeah.
Two not so much, but 1 definitely.
2 hit rock bottom, so it's okay.
I mean, I feel like when you have usually the sequel after something that good, it's hard to live up to expectations, right? So.
Ooh, who said they're all about Resident Evil, but they've done them dirty with the live actions. Let's just not even talk about that. But Resident Evil.
Which one is that?
Resident Evil. Yeah.
Yeah. That the live actions have not been good. I mean, you got to watch. Like, you have to watch the first few of them, but after that, they're just terrible. Let's do a giveaway. You guys want to do a giveaway?
Well,
let's do a giveaway.
We're gonna do a giveaway. So we're gonna talk a little bit about King Khan. So there's a bunch of stuff in the chat tonight, in the description. So we have all those information is in the description. She's got all her socials. You got her link tree. We'll talk about that again in a minute. We got the King Khan information if you're looking to come to the show. Let me share my screen real quick. And King Khan returns March 25th and 26th, 2-day show, New Jersey, the APA Hotel. King Khan number 4, you know that's our boys putting this on. We're going to be there hosting, promoting, all that good stuff, doing giveaways, you know, so come hang with us. If you're in the area, you know these are going to be, they just get better every year. Okay, so I saw Greg in the chat, one of the creators of King Khan, and he gave us something to give away tonight. You guys want to check it out? It's pretty cool.
I'm so pissed, dude, because I want this book.
He's giving away Street Fighter #1 from Tyler Kirkham. Okay, the Guile variant. Guy Forge, I saw his eyes light up a little bit on this one. So he has this in hand, and he's going to be shipping it out. If you're in the U.S., he's shipping it to you. If you're outside the U.S. and you want to pay the difference over $10, yeah, he'll ship it to you. So if you don't want to pay anything, then don't enter the contest, okay? So make this real simple. We're going to do a hashtag. And we're going to put it in the chat once the message comes in the chat, tells you that the contest has started. Put a hashtag in. Guy Forge. You know what? We'll let our guest pick the hashtag. Lo, do you want to give us a hashtag that people could type in? Nothing too hard, because a lot of these guys in the chat, they can't fucking spell. So nothing too hard, but what is the hashtag that we're going to use for this giveaway?
oh, so it can't be a hashtag the liars of all time.
No, what is it? Say it again.
Said hashtag Last of Us. No. I mean, do I guess just keep it simple. Hashtag street.
Hashtag street.
I like it.
Keep it
Do that
simple.
Keep it simple.
You said?
Hashtag street. I like it. All right, so I'm going to start it up. What do you want to run it for? We'll run it for 2 minutes. All right. And let me get that going. All right, guys, when you see it in the chat, it'll tell you that the contest started, and you'll be entered in after that. So don't start typing hashtag. Okay, it started. So now you can enter it in. Hashtag street, enter you in. My Mike Sex Balls. Yeah, there you go. That's what it should have been. Maybe that'll be the follow-up.
Yeah.
Right, only 1 entry per person, so if you put it in a million times, it's still only going to count you once, so don't waste your time. But this is a really cool book, and Greg, thank you, and King Khan, thank you for the giveaway. I'm looking forward to the show. Get your tickets. You can buy them online, guys. You still got, there's those 2-day passes that you get the discount on. And like I said, we're going to be there both days. The information to order those tickets is in the description. Go check that out. While we are waiting for this, what time is it? 10:15. So we're getting close to the end here. While we're waiting for this, Lo, I said you go by a few names, okay? But you also go by the name of Annie Maid. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Annie made a new name. I used to be Sky Eagle Out, a name that I had for quite some time. It's super. Let's not talk about it too much.
Okay.
So one, and I basically doing this lingerie type stuff for. It's like, oh man, I think I'm coming up on and it's just been something that I really love in Portland, Oregon, which doesn't really say much, but I think it's a lot of fun, and it's another stuff about. So if you want to see what it's like, Annie made. It's kind of spelled weird. It's like ANI_made. So it's kind of. If you caught any of that with my really bad mic.
We caught some of it, so I'll translate a little bit. I'm the translator tonight. I'm the translator tonight. So that's your kind of adult themed content, correct?
Yeah.
And that's in your link tree. And there's a subscription, right? It's a pay site, correct? So if you guys want to go check what if you want to see what that's about. So do you bring the cosplaying into that as well a little bit?
Yeah. Like Lucifer, I put in all of like the shoots and then everything. So you'll see a bunch of, your face completely in the nude.
So there you go. So you start off with cosplay and then you go to basically not cosplaying. Got it. Okay. So like the wardrobe change.
Pretty much. The wig.
Yeah, got it. So if you guys want to check that out, it is also in the link tree. I can't put a direct link to it because then YouTube will take the video down. We don't want to have that happen again. So it is in her link tree though, but go check it out if you want to see that. So I asked her beforehand. I said, "Do you mind us bringing that up?" And she's like, "Definitely. Let's talk about it. Talk about whatever you want." So that was. I knew that we had the right fit here. Very chill, laid back person. I appreciate you hanging with us tonight and fighting through that microphone.
God, I have 3 and none of them work.
We're gonna have to figure that out. We'll talk after the show. So the giveaway has ended, and I'm gonna spin the wheel right now. Let me see. Pick the winner. Let's see. That's a funny name for the person that won. Let's see if it showed up in the chat yet.
I don't like comics.
I don't like comics one.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Let us know if you're in the chat so that we can get your information and have Greg send you this book. That is awesome. I think I've actually seen him in here before.
And Gray Pliskin has a very important questions for you.
Do you?
I don't think you need a mic, brother.
Any videos or just pictures on the OnlyFans?
I do videos.
They just want to know if you use the same mic or not.
Thing is, it's pre-recorded, so it's not this bull.
Yeah, it's not live. So when she goes live, it gives her problems. But when it's recorded, it's solid. It's solid because she did a couple. I've seen the promos you cut. You cut a killer promo for us today. I don't think anybody's cut a promo like that for us before. Dressed up as Poison Ivy. I mean, that was solid. I'm not gonna lie.
Gary said he's ready for a rash.
Yeah. So I don't like comics in here because I feel like.
Here. Yep.
He is here.
Yep.
I put it up.
Oh, I'm here. There you go. All right. So hit us up on IG, or email us at pressabledefects@gmail.com. Let us know your address. We'll ship it over to Greg, and he's going to ship this out to you. So appreciate you, Greg. And again, sponsored by King Con. Come check us out if you're going to be in the Northeast, March 25th and March 26th. I know a lot of people are flying in from it. I know the Canadians are driving down for this. This is going to be a cool event. So, maybe next year. So I know it's coming close. Maybe next year we have to get you there. We might have to hire you professionally.
I would love to be there.
Cosplayer. We might have to hire you to be the cosplayer for the event. All right, we want to make it worth your while. You know what
Just
I mean?
don't put
The what?
Nope.
on the mic.
No, you'll be live. You'll be live, right? You'll be in person. So, what else are we talking about tonight? Guy Forge, did you load up that artwork that we have to show off? And Jay, you could take it away once they
Oh God, I got to
tell them what we're gonna do for Aegis Comics.
You ready, Jay?
Let's go.
All right, here you go.
So guys, if you didn't know, Aegis Comics was struggling a little bit up in Alaska. They're great people. Lou and Amy are awesome. They run a dope little comic shop. It must be tough in Alaska. I don't know fucking what goes on there, but I guess people not buying as many comic books as they should. People were leaving their pull list behind, so they started a GoFundMe page. So I thought it would be a cool idea if maybe we pulled some YouTube channels together and did like some type of cool auction or sold some t-shirts. And Matt came up with the prints. So he reached out to a couple of artists, and a Nobody That Draws came up with this. It's almost like The Last Supper. We got Very Gary there on my left. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. Are you guys seeing him on the left too? I know my screen's all
Yeah, he's on the
fucked
left.
up and back.
He's on the left.
Then we got Guy Forge, we got me, we got Matt Forge that looks very much like TiVo's twin there. We got
Yeah, we're
Stan
twins.
Lee, we got Otto, we got Raj, we got TiVo, and we got Erod. So guys, we'll be selling these prints all for charity. All proceeds will be going to Aegis to help keep them in business, keep them afloat. We'll also have Guy, did you load up the t-shirts?
No.
All right.
No, we didn't.
We'll have T-shirts. I know 3 Men are doing an auction. I know Gary's doing something. I know Erod donated some books. I'm sure Tivo from Lords of the Long Box is going to throw something together. So when people are in need and they're in the community, we all try to help each other out, right? One hand washes the other. Maybe one day you'll be down and out and someone will come help you. So that's what we do, guys. So we'll have these available. A cool little print if you follow these YouTube channels, or if you hate us and you want to throw darts at them, you could do that too. There you go. Guy, anything to add, Matt?
Yeah, shout out to a Nobody That Draws. That's who did that for us. Super thankful that he was able to kind of throw that together for us at the last minute. He did it for us. He was like, no problem, I want to help out. He's done some stuff for us in the past just as fun. So he's donating this, which is really cool. And we have, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we have an original art piece from somebody else in the community that we're going to be actually auctioning off, a one of one. That's original art. This one's going to just be a print. There'll be a couple bucks. We're going to sell those, but the original art's going to be really cool. We have not seen it yet. Supposedly it's a surprise. So that should be in our possession pretty soon. So this is going to be fun. We're going to help out Aegis, and we're going to do some fun stuff while we're doing it. Very Gary, I saw Very Gary in the chat. He's got a Whatnot auction tomorrow night, all indie books, so go check him out. He starts, I think, at 8:30. Erod's right before him. It's either 8 or 8:30. If you follow Gary, he'll let you know. I'm sure he's gonna plug that between tonight and tomorrow. But it's gonna be all indie stuff, so something's killing the children. Like, not just the bullshit indie stuff, like a lot of the hot indie stuff he's selling. He told me with some of the stuff that he has, he got good stuff going tomorrow night. But I think it's like indie week on Whatnot, so he's doing that. Trying to think what else we got going on. I think that's pretty much it. Lo, do you have anything coming up that you want to talk about? Anything that you want to promote? What's your next big thing that you're going to be at?
I'm gonna be at the short in May 7th. I think of the exact date on the top of my head, but that's my next big. And then other than that, I just have cosplays. So nothing too crazy planned. And that at least I can.
You said the Short Box Live. They're having a little con, right?
Yeah.
So now that you went through that, is there anything you want to hold up signs with words on about? Because we didn't get any of that.
We got to get
Just
her a
words,
whiteboard.
words
Just get
on
like
sign.
a whiteboard.
Yeah, just get a whiteboard and start writing stuff down.
We're gonna have to do this again. We are
Oh,
gonna do this
I was just
again.
about to say,
Yeah.
Matt, Lo, we're definitely gonna have to do this again, but we got to get Gary on because he was so mad today. He's been on this channel for the last 2 months, taking my spot, and he was like, "I need to come on this show." I'm like, "Dude, I'm coming back. Send help."
Thanks, Lo.
There it is.
So we got to get Gary on here. I got to see
Got it.
Gary blush.
We got to get Gary right. We need to see Gary turn the color of his hair. That's what we need to see. But we want a do-over because I enjoyed the conversation. You had a lot of good takes, and I heard most of them, so I wanted to try to translate as much as. But you know, the mic was tough. The mic was tough tonight. I don't know what happened. I thought we had it before we get started, but we are. Do you want to? Are you willing to come back on? Let's say that, because not everybody's willing to come back on with us.
Yeah, you guys are a rough crowd, but I'm down to do it.
We had to bust chops a little bit. Come on, you know, we couldn't let you skate by. You know, we couldn't let you skate by.
No, you guys are fun.
All right, so I guess what do we got coming up? Anything else? No, we're just gonna do another show Monday. Super Bowl. We know last Super Bowl we got a lot of trailers. I think we're gonna get even more this year. So there's probably gonna be a lot to break down next Monday. So come hang out. Again, if you're watching this on the rewind, leave a comment. Check out Lo's links below, all her socials, the good stuff and the dirty stuff. That's all in there. What else? What else? Hit the notification bell. Sub up if you're new. Hit the thumbs up. You want to give him a little smash that like button on the way out, guy?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah, let's throw that one up there. That one's always fun. That's like family fun.
This one's for you.
Fun.
This one's
it's
for you,
anything
Lo.
but family fun.
You gotta submit. You weren't ready for that. You were not
That's actually
expecting
how
that.
Erod presses his books, guys.
Yeah, that is how Erod presses his
I'm
books.
on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, it's $1 million idea right there. I'm just saying.
She's gonna recreate that. We should have patented that.
We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna do this again at some point soon. Defects, we appreciate you hanging in there, and we will see you next Monday. Later, Defects.
Good night, guys.